Ranger Rob was on his regular patrol in the forest when he stumbled upon a beaver dam. As he approached, he noticed something strange. The dam was filled with an unexpected treasure, piles of coins and bills. Rob couldn't believe his eyes. He had heard stories of animals collecting shiny objects, but never about beavers collecting money. He wondered what the beaver could possibly be using the money for. As he was about to leave, he noticed something that left him shocked. Hey there, Viral Videos here. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell. We post the most beautiful, amazing, and scary videos every single day. Let's proceed with the video. Before we get to the clue of the story, I'd like you to meet Rob, the forest ranger. He is a newly minted forest ranger with a passion for beavers. Rob had always been fascinated by these industrious animals and was thrilled to have landed a job as a ranger in the forest, where a colony of beavers lived. Rob's first day on the job was spent getting familiar with the area and the beaver colony. He was amazed by the intricate dams and canals that the beavers had built. He spent hours observing them, and they went about their daily business, building, repairing, and maintaining their dams and swimming up the river. Rob quickly realized that the beavers were facing a number of challenges, including habitat destruction and human interference. He knew he had to do something to help them. He began to educate the local community about the importance of protecting the beavers and their habitat. He organized public talks and nature walks and distributed informational materials. He also worked closely with the local authorities to ensure that the beavers were protected from hunting, trapping, and other forms of human interference. Rob's passion for beavers was contagious, and soon the community began to understand the importance of protecting these animals. With the support of the community and the local authorities, Rob knew that he could make a difference for the beavers and their habitat. This was just the beginning of Rob's journey as a forest ranger and his dedication to protect the beavers and their environment. Deep in the heart of the forest, surrounded by tall trees and babbling brooks, beavers made their home. These industrious rodents are known for their impressive engineering skills and their ability to shape the landscape around them. The beavers' primary tool for survival is their dam, a structure built to control the flow of water and protect their lodges from flooding. These dams are truly a sight to behold, with branches and mud woven together in a complex network of interlocking pieces. But the beavers' work doesn't stop there. They also construct canals, which they use to transport logs and branches to their lodges. These canals are often several feet deep and can stretch for hundreds of yards. The beavers are active year-round, tirelessly working to maintain and improve their dams and canals. They fell trees and gather branches, hauling them back to the dam with their powerful jaws and webbed feet. They use these materials to reinforce the dam and keep the water at bay. As the sun sets, the beavers retire to their lodges, safe and secure behind their impressive dams. But the work is never done, and tomorrow they will begin anew, building and rebuilding their homes in the heart of the forest. Rob had always been fascinated by the beavers in the forest. He had spent years studying their behavior, their habitat, and their impact on the ecosystem. He knew every inch of their territory and every beaver by name. He often spent hours observing them, watching as they worked tirelessly to maintain and improve their dams and canals. Despite their reputation as pests, Rob saw the beavers as an essential part of the forest ecosystem. He knew that their dams helped control the flow of water, preventing floods and creating new habitats for fish and other wildlife. He also knew that their canals helped to aerate the water and improve water quality. Rob had seen firsthand the negative impact that humans could have on the beavers' habitat. He had seen dams built by humans that blocked the beavers' access to food and forced them to abandon their lodges. He had also seen beaver populations decline due to hunting and trapping. That's why Rob made it his passion to protect the beavers and their habitat. He worked with local authorities and organizations to educate the public about the importance of beavers and to promote conservation and sustainable development in the forest. Rob started his week with his regular patrol in the forest when he stumbled upon a beaver dam. As he approached, he noticed something strange. The beaver that habited the dam was carrying a $1 bill in its mouth and was bringing it to the dam. Rob couldn't believe his eyes. He had never seen anything like this before. He watched as the beaver carefully placed the dollar bill on a pile of other coins and bills that was next to the dam. The pile was quite large, and Rob realized that the beaver had been collecting money for some time. He wondered what the beaver could possibly be using the money for. Ranger Rob was curious about the beaver's money-collecting habits and decided to investigate further. He talked to the visitors of the park and asked if they had lost any money near the beaver dam. To his surprise, many of them had lost money in the area. They had all assumed that they had lost it for good. Rob started to piece together the puzzle. The beaver had been collecting money for visitors who had lost it near the dam. But why? Rob decided to set up a hidden camera near the dam to find out. The footage revealed that the beaver was using the money to strengthen and repair its dam. The beaver had noticed that the dam was showing signs of wear and tear, and it had come up with a clever solution to ensure the safety of its family. Rob couldn't believe it. The beaver was not only resourceful, but it was also practical. It was using the money for the well-being of its family and their home. But at that moment he realized there was a big underlying problem for the beavers. The beavers in the forest were facing a new challenge. The water level in the river had been rising steadily due to the effects of global warming. This caused the beavers to struggle to maintain and strengthen their dams. As the water was putting increasing pressure on them, this was probably the reason the beaver collected the money, to close all holes. Ranger Rob noticed this change and knew he had to act fast. He contacted the local authorities and environmental groups to find a solution to the problem. Together they came up with a plan to help the beavers adapt to the rising waters. They built a series of spillways and channels to help redirect the water and ease the pressure on the beaver dams. They also helped the beavers to raise the height of their dams to better withstand the increased water flow. Despite the challenges they faced, the beavers and Ranger Rob were determined to find a way to adapt and survive. They knew that the future of the beavers and the forest depended on it. With the help of the local authorities and environmental groups, they implemented a series of measures to help the beavers adapt to the rising waters. They built spillways and channels to redirect the water flow, raise the height of the beaver dams, and help the beavers to relocate to safer areas. The efforts paid off, and the beavers were able to adapt to the changing environment. They were able to strengthen their dams and maintain their homes. The water level in the river started to stabilize, and the beavers were able to thrive. Ranger Rob's tireless efforts to raise awareness about the dangers of climate change and to advocate for actions to be taken to reduce greenhouse gas emissions also bore fruit. The local community and government officials recognized the importance of protecting the beavers and their habitat. In a historic move, the area where the beavers lived was officially designated as a protected area. This ensured that the beavers and their habitat would be protected for generations to come. Ranger Rob was overjoyed by the outcome. He had dedicated his life to protecting the beavers and the forest, and his efforts had paid off. The beavers were safe, and the forest was thriving. It was a happy ending for all involved. What did you think of the story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, like the video and subscribe. See you next time.